Bonjour, I am your host, Alistair. Okay, before we start, it's important that you understand that whatever information you get from today, that you double check and vet it with your lawyer. Laws and regulation differ not only from a federal point, but also from state to state, sometimes district to districts, and even sometimes county from counties. So make sure you double check and that you don't break the law. Okay. In the landlord industry, we have limited tools at our disposal. And for the simple reason is because we cannot break the law. And we have a lease agreement, which is pretty much a contract. So be very careful how you move about. On the same breath, you need to maximize to the full extent of what the law allows you to do. And that will create a very robust barrier of entry. For example, in most states, you can request a security deposit of X amount. Maximize it. But look to see if you can request more. Can you request last month's rent and security deposit? Can you request last month's security deposit and maybe first month rent? See how much money upfront you can request legally from a potential tenant. It creates a financial barrier of entry. It weans out anybody who may have devious intentions when it comes to paying their rent on time. But as a landlord, what is the number one thing you're looking for in a potential tenant? You might ask yourself, and you might say to yourself, well, at least there, potential to pay rent, of course. No. The most important quality in a potential tenant is, are they going to treat not only my product, so the property, are they going to treat the vicinity of my product, the neighborhood, because don't forget you're liable for that. Are they going to upkeep their environment and their living as if it was their own? Are they going to maintain it within adequate standards? Then, ability to pay is a very close second. So how do you justify that? How can you tell if someone is not going to give you a headache? Because they could very well be able to pay. They could very well have the finances, but you have no idea what kind of personality they have. And you have to respect the law. I'm going to read something to you very quickly. This is an article. 30 New Jersey housing providers received warning letters from the State Attorney General's office for potentially violating a law meant to prevent landlords from discriminating against renters with criminal backgrounds. The agency announced on Thursday, and this happened in 2022. Let me tell you, COVID has changed the landscape. Under the Fair Chance in Housing Act, a new law, New Jersey landlords can no longer ask people applying for apartments about their criminal history until after making a conditional offer. But here's the dilemma. Because if I'm a landlord and I have other people within my building and I offer you the tenancy knowing that you may have a criminal background, and then you, the potential tenant, commit a crime related to the crime that I'm aware of, the other tenants can sue me for giving you the tenancy. They wouldn't care about, they're not good. This is not a defense in court. I can't just be like, I have to follow the Under Fair Chance in Housing Act. That's not a defense. So what do you do? What do you do? Because then you're really stuck. What do you do? What do you do? Well, I don't know. But what I can tell you is that what I discovered recently, which is really cool, I discovered public records. Did you know that if you go on the public record of the state, of any state, you could put in like my name and stuff, and then you can see like all the public record criminalities that I've done? You don't even need a background check. Did you know that? I didn't know that. You have to change your mindset when it comes to the perception of yourself as a landlord, but also the perception of others in regards to you being a landlord. Let me explain something to you. When we as a family sat down and decided that we were going to open a new stream of income as real estate investors, specifically into the rental market, we had no idea, at least I had no idea, of this stigma attached to being a landlord. And it's a real stigma, by the way. It's something that when you say I'm a landlord, they automatically think that you are, first of all, you're made of money. They think you are rich beyond and then you can afford losses. and they think you are greedy, they think you are a slumlord, they think you are predatory, they go through the whole gambit. I've lost a friend over that. Only because I just shared a moment of what I was going through, and they automatically labeled me as such. It's very easy to fly under the radar when you invest heavily into stocks. So when you dab out of that, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, you're a landlord? Oh my God, you're terrible. And I say this to you as a cautionary tale because if you're new, if you're fresh and you walk into this business, you might say to yourself, oh no, I don't want to be perceived as a bad landlord, so I'm going to be very nice, and I'm going to be like, oh, okay, you can't qualify, it's okay. Okay, just come in, all right? Just pay me what you can, all right? No. The bank, the insurance, and the taxes don't give a damn about what you're going through. They don't care. Why should you care? Oh wait, of course it's the human side of it. Now I understand. But that's why you have the lease agreement, which is a contract. It doesn't make you any less human because you have sacrifice. And I know you have sacrifice, and they might not understand it because they still think that most landlords are corporations, and that's not true. Most landlords are like you and me. Regular people. I know how much you sacrifice to make this initial investment. And I know what's at stake. I understand why you did it. And you made a big step to come forward and take this risk. Don't put it in some stranger's hand. You have to put your business hat on. You can only, take it from me, this is advice, you can somewhat nudge the business hat off once your operations are going smoothly. Because if you cannot help yourself, you cannot help anybody else. And that is the best advice I can give you. Good luck. Of course, as always, thank you for watching. Press like and subscribe. And I will see you next time. And you know what, in a comment? Let me know how it goes. Good luck.